What's up, everybody? It's Andy Neilson here. Welcome back to 53-year-old man sings songs he wrote 40 years ago when he was 12, 13, 14, 15. Today I'm just going to go right back to some of the earliest things that I wrote, because I appreciate that the last 5 videos have been from when I was maybe 14 or 15. So just to put you in the picture, I probably started, me and my brother were very interested in punk rock during the late 70s and specifically do-it-yourself music. So it was a case of, he had amazing ideas, my brother, and because we shared a bedroom and he had a guitar, he would write songs and I would play along with him, and then that would then inspire me to write stuff as well. The earliest songs I ever wrote were, before I could really play guitar at all, were very rhythmic pieces, and normally just utilising 2 chords, which were normally this. Just constantly. That was the whole song. There was no alteration from it. I think one of the early ones was called Hitchhiker, which was particularly violent and distressing, so I won't sing all of it, but it sort of went like this. Here comes a car, I'll thumb for this one, maybe it'll stop. Oh great, it stopped my first victim, I'm lucky it's a car. And then some sort of discordant thing, and then it would just repeat and repeat. I think at that time I was heavily influenced by Hammer horror films, 2000 AD comics, action comics, all of which were extremely violent, and as usual with anything I did throughout my life, I've written songs about things, even though I've absolutely there's no way I would actually act out any of the things in there. So an awful amount of these tracks were pretty violent, and if we had a child psychologist in the school, I'd have probably been locked up. One of the things I considered to be one of the good things I wrote when I was I would have been 11. It was 1981, or was it 1980? It was a track that my brother helped me write. He said he's got some chords, and I don't even remember writing it. I think I just sang over his chords with these words that I'd written, and these words were inspired by a dream I had, in which there were black and white pictures on the walls of my room in the dream, and they were talking to me and telling me to do bad things. And I mean, it's such a cliche now, isn't it? You see it in films and all sorts of in literature, where people who actually physically go through that suffering from mental conditions. This was a dream. I'll just specify that this didn't happen. But yeah, my brother played these chords, and I sang these lyrics over the top, and it's called The Voices, and I think it was 81, possibly 1980 that it was recorded. And it starts off with a D minor. Especially the black and white pictures, they're all saying, get that knife. The voices echo in my head. The voices, the voices. Now they're saying, kill that kid. So I kill, rip his throat out. Even though I'm sleeping, I don't shouting, guilty, kill him, all because of that damn silent room. The voices, the voices. Although I hope to wake up and find it's a dream, I will never. I'm hanging from a beam. Yeah, so that's called The Voices, written when I was about 11 or 12 with the help from my brother Andy. And actually, oh my goodness, actually said, I'm looking at the lyric sheet here, sorry for the extreme close-up guys. It says 28th of July 1981 that was written. I've actually written it on the lyric sheets. All of these, by the way, when the songs were written, they're all in pencil on pieces of paper. Most of them from school books, exercise books that we stole from school. We were so punk, massively punk. We stole exercise books and we made them into lyric sheets and comic books and all sorts of other things. So yeah, July 1981 that was written. Wow, okay, so I'm not going to play all of the next one because it's even more disturbing, but just to put you into a kind of frame of mind I was in musically at that point, very discordant stuff. I'd never write anything like this now, but this next song I'm not going to play because it's awful really for someone of my age, but there you go. All it had is 3 notes in it. No, sorry, 2 notes. Two of the notes are the same but an octave apart, and it was just an E to a. Is it? It's an F, isn't it? Yeah. So it's E, F, and then E again, but the octave higher, and it was literally this over and over again. Just because I love the dissonance that note produces, an E and an F together. It sounds quite nice when you play as an F major with E, F major 7 I think that is. But when you play it together like that, it's horrible. It's menacing, and the lyrics are pretty awful as well, so I'm not going to sing them. But I just love that. That was called Raped, which, you know, we're not going to go into that. It's awful, horrible things. I don't know why I was thinking of these things at that age. It's disturbing, really, but there you go. I turned out all right. You know, I've not done any harm in the world. Another fascination I had at that age was insane asylums, padded cells and what have you. And this next track, called Number 36, was about someone who was locked in an insane asylum, escapes, and then goes back and finds some kind of solace, the fact that he's back in a place that he recognises, even if it is a cell. And this is another song that's got real strange chords in it. It's based on the it's an A played with a C and then a B. This all the way through, so I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'm fascinated. When I tried to recreate this now, tried to work out an actual chord for it, it came out as something like in E minor 11 or something. I've never used an 11 chord in any of my normal songs that I write, but back when this was written in 82, so I'd have been 13. I'm writing with E minor 11s, you know, it's a mental. But I kind of zhuzhed up, so the chords is kind of, all these are open strings, apart from these 2 here, and then it goes to there. No, it doesn't. It goes there. So I'm not going to play all of this because it's tedious, but I'd like a record of number 36 within these songs. So this is number 36. In my original version of that I recorded back in '82, I think it's 5 minutes long. 5 minutes long of me going. I mean, come on. Unlistenable now, but a good record of a strange young boy called Andy Neilson in 1982. Wow. And just to finish off today, because I realise I'm now almost 30 minutes in and most people would have fell asleep. By the way, thanks for coming back and watching these. I do appreciate it. Thanks for the messages. Don't forget to do those things. I'm going to point like I'm actually doing the thing that other people do. What is it? Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Most people are going to probably think this is utterly ridiculous. But I think it's fascinating that 40 years ago I wrote these songs and I wasn't ever locked away for it. It's crazy, but there you go. This song I think was written in 82 or 83 and it's called We Are Lonely People. These are so depressing for such a small boy. I wish I could go back and say, Al, man, everything's all right, write something cheery. Gee. We Are Lonely People. I'm not going to play all of it. There's so many words. It's like about 5 verses. It's so depressing, but I have to record these, folks. I'm sorry, I've got to get them down. And thank you for coming back and joining with me in these little, escapades. I really hope you're enjoying these because I'm absolutely having a blast. I think it's so great to look into the mind of a 10, 11, 12-year-old when you're 53. We are lonely people.
Lonely people, and we wanna keep it that way. Even if people come around, we ask them to stay away. Yeah. We have no friends and neighbors. Even if we did, we wouldn't say. 'Cause we are lonely people and we wanna keep it that way.
It almost feels like this could be a I know goth was probably just starting in that time with Bauhaus and bands like that, but this is almost like a goth anthem. I was not a goth or into any of that sort of stuff, but this is some of the other lyrics are: we walk around by ourselves, we don't even own a dog. We stay in at night, we don't go to any nightclubs. This is a good one. Midnight is the best time that we can walk around because we are very quiet and we try not to make a sound. if someone hears us, we will run away because we're lonely people and we want to keep it that way. We are lonely people and we want to stay that way. Even if people come around, we ask them to go away. Oh my goodness, we are lonely people. Very sad. Anyway, guys, that's all I'm going to do today. Short snippets of those few things. Come back next time where I will go through a whole song, which hopefully won't be as depressing as these. I know I wrote some happy songs back in them days, and I will find them, honestly. But don't give up, guys. Be good out there, stay safe, and be happy. Look after your families. It's almost Christmas. Maybe I'll do a Christmas one soon. I've written one called 1812-83, written on the 18th of December 1983. Classy. Come back, guys. I appreciate you lot watching. I appreciate your messages. Keep on rocking in the free world. See you soon.